Hey everyone, welcome back to Indicted TV. I'm your host, Negra. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. Today we have Lucky, aka Luxx Tattoos. So do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Where'd you grow up, your mom, dad, brothers, sisters, that kind of stuff?
I grew up in Los Angeles, California, downtown LA, the west side of LA. And I grew up with pretty much my mom and my dad. You know, they had me they had me really, really young, dude, like 1990. They were both like 15, 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were young bucks, man. And yeah, they had me and my brother. And the way we grew up, I mean, there were kids having kids, so it was a little drama here and there. Good times, family times, but you know how it is, you know?
Oh, are your parents from here?
Yeah, I have well, you know what? Actually, my dad, he's from Puebla. He's from Mexico.
Okay.
Puebla, he came to the States, I believe, 14 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 14 years old, came to the States with nothing. He had family, you know, but his story was like, you know, he lived in the car a little bit. Like, you know, he was trying, you know?
Yeah, and so young.
Yeah, really young, really young. Yeah, and then my mom, she was born and raised in LA, the same block where I grew up at and everything, dude.
Oh, so she's a super LA lady.
Yeah, super LA lady. And her parents actually moved at that block where I grew up at in the 60s. Yeah, so they seen it all change from back then.
I'm sure. And how old, well, you know, what elementary did you go to? And like, how old were you when you first started to get in trouble, or like how did that work for you?
Elementary I went to was Rosemont Elementary. It's right there on Temple and Rosemont. And when I started getting in trouble was really around that age, like around that area, like 9 years old. It started off with wrestling, dude. Like, you know, all of us in school always wrestle before, after school, even sometimes during school, you know what I mean? And like, I'll get suspended just for little minor stuff, fighting with other kids, wrestling around, you know, slapping fools up.
Yeah, so there was nothing ever.
That was the beginning.
Yeah, so it wasn't really your household. You had your parents, you had the love, correct?
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, I had the love and everything, but to be honest with you, my mom, my dad went through a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of arguing, a lot of fighting. I seen like some mess. Like, you know, blood everywhere.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know, it was pretty domestic, you know, and you know what? They actually split up maybe when I was around like 8, 9 years old, around that time
Around the time you started fighting.
Yeah, and you know what I could say, what happened was I just started being more angry, you know? I had grew anger with their separation, and I actually started noticing my family too separated. Like, everybody had kids or got married young, like 18 years old, 19 years old, having kids, teenage.
Just starting their lives really young.
Yeah, and you know what? When my mom and my dad split, everybody started just breaking off, you know, and doing their own thing. And I just took it as like anger, like, wow, like, everybody, you know, I want my mom and my dad, you know?
Of course, yeah.
And it just, at school, I just started expressing it more with anger, fighting, you know, just, you know how it is.
Yeah, I do. I do know how it is. I think I was about 8 when my parents got divorced too. So okay. 8, 9. So I get it. You know.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I don't know, like at what age or what did you do to go to juvenile hall for the first time? If you did go to juvenile hall.
The first time I went to juvenile hall, I believe I got a assault and battery at school. I was already in house arrest.
Oh, so you were already in trouble?
Yeah, I was already. Yeah, this was like late. I don't even remember what age. I don't know if I was like 14, 15. I forgot, but I was on house arrest for graffiti, doing graffiti.
You're a tagger.
I was already from the neighborhood.
Oh,
you know?
Okay.
But yeah, I got caught with a spray can, whatever. Got, you know, the little fine. They didn't put me in juvenile hall, but my mom picked me up. I still got like a ticket, and to do me like wrong and learn my lesson, they put me on house arrest. And man, that was up because it was my first time house arrest. I was always used to going to flyer parties, used to like going out with my friends in the hood, you know. So house arrest pretty sucked, you know. But then it was good though too, cause I had my friends come over. But yeah, I ended up going to school, and I was going to Belmont High School, right there in the area. And dude, I only lasted like three days on house arrest. You know, I just got into one of like enemies, and yeah, I got caught and ended up going to juvenile hall for the first time.
So how was that experience as far as like you walking in? Like, you know, you get detained and you're like, they're taking you and you're like, oh, you're just walking in and you don't know. Obviously, it's the first time, like, are you scared? Like, how did you feel?
I'll be straight up with all my experiences from, the hood, the prison, juvenile hall. Man, I was low key timid, a little scared, because you don't know what to expect,
Yes.
But a lot of my homies that have been in the system since kids, they always put me up on game, like, hey, fool, hey, homie, when you get in there, fool, just take flight, represent the hood, like.
When you get to juvenile hall,
yeah, when you get to juvenile hall, and so when I got to juvenile hall, it was all low key, like, bricks, right? So they'll have me in the little holding whatever area, and yeah, it was just like how it is. You start seeing people coming in and just represent, hey, we from, and then I started catching fools, banging on fools already, and I look low key, I had hair low key, so I was just like, man, once they bang on me, if they're the enemy, I'm just gonna flat on them, and yeah, that was the experience. Just really a lot of fighting over there for sure.
So you definitely fought. How long did you do?
I did like a few months. I was fighting my case for the battery charge, and then they end up kicking me out to my dad's pad. They gave me an ultimatum, like, you know what, you could go to camp, or since they got a lawyer for me, they're like, you know what, we'll send you with your dad. And I was like, shit, I don't even want to live with my dad. I'll go to camp better. My lawyer will be like, what's wrong with you, dude? Are you going to your dad? I'm like, all right, cool, go with my dad. Because it's away from my area,
Of course, definitely. So while you were in juvenile hall for the first time, what was the worst thing you saw from like anything, like, somebody get like, the staff hurting somebody, or, just the worst thing you saw that you could remember?
Oh, man, the worst thing I just seen like two fools from a certain hood rush some fool, like, up bad, like I guess he was just a new guy that just got busted, and I just see two of his rival gang, like, just we're already plotting on him, like, cause we all know, like, oh shit, there's a fool from Wooty Woo, so like, everybody's talking about it. So right when they coming out, like, and placing them back on the dorms or the side, I was in EF and was in the F side. So right when you already scope it out, like the two enemies, they're just going and already plotting, and then they back kick them, they go bloody, and then we're just right here standing, like, that's not my enemy. That's not my homie, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel? But that was like one of the worst things like I've seen so far,
Yeah, as you in juvenile, huh?
Yeah.
So you said you ended up doing a few months.
Yeah.
You came home to your dad's.
Yeah, I came to my pops.
How long did you last at your dad's, or how did that work?
I lasted pretty cool. Like, it was.
Girl, I lasted 2 months.
Oh, you know what?
That's pretty a long time,
okay, it sucked, dude, because my dad, he lived in Pomona, right? And I just, like, I didn't know nobody from there. I didn't know nothing. I was on house arrest at that, so it was boring. But a lot of my homies from, like, my neighborhood, or even friends I used to be in party crews with, they'll show love and they'll come over, and I used to sneak out. Like, I used to be like, I don't care if I'm in house arrest.
Yeah.
Let's go to a flyer party, or let's go back to Hollywood, or go back to Echo Park, or even in Highland Park and go party. And luckily,
because there was a lot of house parties.
Oh, back then, shoo, that's cracking. Yeah, I love it. I used to sell NOS and everything.
So no.
3 for $5. Yeah, but luckily when I got off house arrest, they never seen the map. Like, they forgot it, like where I've been at. So I got lucky with that.
Oh, so you were able to get off of house arrest,
dude,
and you didn't get violated or anything.
Dude,
oh, well, good for you.
Yeah, and I was always going out, sneaking out, and not giving. I was about to cut it off one time.
Well,
too.
good thing you didn't, right?
Yeah.
You just got off house arrest. You were 17 years old, right?
Yeah.
You're still a teen. You're still a young adult, right? So when was the next time you got in trouble?
The next time I got in trouble, so after that whole little situation, man, I kind of like been, like, a lot of homies talked to me and told me, like, hey, fool, quit getting caught up for some stupid, right? So I always been, just out of the radar, try to keep my nose clean and everything. And the next time I end up getting in trouble, they try to say that I got busted for attempted murder, and they trying to get me for it, but something that I didn't do. So
So they discharged it.
Yeah, they discharged it within the 72 hours. They put you on the holding tank on the glass house. Yeah.
So how was the 72 hours while you were sitting there? You're being charged with this big thing.
Honestly, that whole experience was up because I didn't do right. So So I was just tripping out where they had me in the holding tank, and then they do that whole like the cops ask you questions, and I was just telling I really don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to talk. Like I don't know what's going on. And man, the cops were kind of like pretty like ruthless. Like they're like telling me they're all on my shit, and I'm like, dude, like I don't know what you're talking about.
Did they play the good cop, bad cop?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess they'll be like, hey, so how you doing, man? Like, all right, like, hey, just just let us know what's going on, and like you can tell us and give us info. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what the you're talking about. I haven't shit. I don't know this guy. I don't know nothing, right?
It's definitely a scary
Yeah, they
situation.
always try to like manipulate the situation, even if you're innocent. They try to
Most
you
definitely.
all day. But yeah, I mean, I didn't. So, but you still have to wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
the scary part, just the waiting process.
It was really like very terrifying. On no lie.
And you're still young. You were how old?
Man, I think I just barely turned 18 years old. Barely, dude. So they put me in the cell, right? And I'm just like, bricks. Like, dude, what if they try to convict me for something I didn't do? Like, I'm gonna do life?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like, damn, I got a whole life ahead of me, right? So it was just a bad experience looking at the ceiling, just tripping out. Like, damn, this is a fucked up situation. 72 hours, DA reject, I was gone. Like,
thank God, right?
Yeah, I was happy for sure, dude.
I'm sure.
For real, I would have been doing life right now if I would have got convicted for something.
For that, yeah. Especially you didn't do it.
I would have been really mad for real. Yeah.
So what is the next one? Because you're obviously on indicted, right?
Yeah. What's the next one?
What's the next case?
Yeah. Well, the next case, so I got busted for vandalism, getting like a dumbass, right? I mean, I used to be a tagger, so I love to do graffiti in the walls, you know what I mean?
Well, you're an artist.
Yeah, and I'm an artist, so so everything connects. But I got busted for vandalism. I got out on bail because I was like, man, fuck this. Like, man, I can't be busted for some vandalism. They go roast me for sure in the county. What the fuck you busted for, little homie? Oh, for writing the wall. Serio? Like, how they, you already know they gonna roast you. So after that, I bailed out. I kicked it for like, I only lasted out on bail. Damn, what was it? Like, I think a week, maybe 2 tops. And then I got busted for armed robbery.
Armed robbery.
For a jewelry store.
Oh.
That jewelry store, armed robbery, everything, yeah.
So let me ask you, how did you do it?
I already got busted for it, yeah.
Yeah, how did you do it? How did you do it? Exactly everything. If you wanna, give us full details.
Okay, well, I already got busted for it. I already did my time for it. So, I wanted to make money, right?
Don't we all?
And you know what? Doing the whole drug dealing thing, slanging, it was not really for me. Like, I wanted to always make money, have money quick, and I used to do a lot of like stupid stuff, like clothes, rob, like all that little Mickey shit. But I used to always sell it in school, like clothes.
Yeah, that was your way of making your money.
Yeah, any little thing, So I just thought, like, man, I need to make some money. So I'm gonna go rob a jewelry store at a swap meet. They had the little swap meets, little jewelry stands. So me and my crimies, right? I mean, we just go up in there, ski masked up. And
do you have guns?
Well, they never found a gun on us, but yeah, you know what I mean? There was a gun on camera, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we go up in there just like within like 2 minutes or less, just break everything, take everything and bounce, you know what I mean? And we got away, everything clean. We got away with $150,000 worth of jewelry. That was a lot of a lot of stuff, right? So we take off, we're gone, and I remember we're at the pawn shop, a little spot where we used to like, whatever. So we're in the pawn shop and we do the transaction with the jewelry, for money. So we end up getting money. All of us end up getting like good, like 5 or 10 G's each of us, right? So my homies my crimies were like, hey, bro, what we gonna do today? We're balling and shit. It's crazy, right? We're balling and shit, like, what we gonna do? And I'm like, Well, I know some females in the valley, some from the Valle, and some females from Wooty-Woo area. Let's all get a momo. We're 18 years old with money. Hey, let's go fucking go buy clothes, get fresh, fucking go call these, and let's go have a ball. Like, all right, cool. Let's go to the hood. Let's go get a haircut. All right. So the crime happened close to the hood.
Oh.
Something that was so stupid I did. So I go back to the hood to go get a haircut right by my fucking my elementary, Rosemont. I got busted right there in front of Rosemont. So I go over there. I get off the car, and back then, I still had a tattoo on top of my head. So and I was bald, and I had a wig on, cause I know the cops know me. Like, I have money on me. We got stuff. So I'm like, okay, like I put the wig on. We get off the car. I'm walking. And then the cops hit me up. It was just like bad luck, dude. Like really bad luck. Like that money was never meant for me.
Where was it meant for you?
No, it was never meant. No. Actually, look at it. We're all happy go lucky.
It wasn't yours.
Yeah. It was a mind trick to begin with. So anyway, so I get out of the car. We're all happy. Like, we'll go have fun. And right when I get off, I already have the wig on. I'm walking. Dude, a cop already pulls up, like already coming from downtown, Rampart at that, right? So they're on it. They see me, and I'm like, oh, I hope they don't like look my way, right? And what do you know? Lucky, do not move. I'm walking, like.
You're all. It's not me.
Yeah, and then
I have a wig on.
Yeah, I'm right here like this with the wig on, like this. I'm right here like this. And I had a cast on, right? I had a cast on because I broke my finger and I had to get surgery. So I did the crime with the cast on. I didn't give a f, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I had surgery the week before after I bailed out. It was all bad, dude. I was terrible. So I'm walking and they're like, okay, because they know I don't know who Lucky is, right?
Yeah, it's
and they're
not
like,
me.
Lucky, stop, don't move. I'm walking, and then I'm telling my crime is, hey, perros, like, I'm on Vicodin right now. Like, I'm not gonna run. So you guys run? Nah, homie, we're here with you. All right, just don't snitch, dog. So I'm walking, and they're like, okay, Steve Ortiz, stop moving. I'm like, all right, that's it. I can't move. And then next, they came through, and they just started searching. I was like, what's up? They went up to me like, what's up, Lucky? What are you doing? You let your hair grow? And I'm right there like this. Yeah. I wouldn't really talk,
Yeah,
I was like, yeah. What's up? And they're like, what's up with you? What you up to? And they're like, they go like this with the wig. They take it off. They're like, oh, you're up to no good. Oh, you're out on bail? All right, cool. Like, and then they start searching all of us. Next thing you know, boom, they see money on us, stacks of money. And they're like, where you get that at? And I go like this. Oh, that's not mine. Ain't that yours? Like, I'm right here trying to play out. I don't know. That's yours right there. I don't know what you're talking about. So after that, like, they just took us all. They just had us right there on the corner, right, waiting, handcuffed, and they try to push stuff together. So what they I don't know how they found out because it was so close by. They start probably asking around like, hey, any
And
crimes
you guys
happening?
like you said, you said there was like cameras.
And and there's cameras. So in the cameras, it's just like how it is. They got three guys in that camera. Obviously, what the was or you know what I mean. And then my crimies,
I'm sure they knew.
And then my crimies, they had the same clothes.
On.
Yeah.
No.
We're so excited with the money, they forgot to take off their clothes.
Hey, I'm still tripping out on what you
The
said.
wig?
No, wait, yes, the wig, right? But what were you wearing with the wig, like your clothes?
You wanna laugh?
Were you wearing like the big clothes?
With the wig, wanna laugh? I was wearing Ed Hardy. I was trying to be super low key. I was trying to be super low key with the little bedazzled skull. You remember the Ed Hardy clothing?
Yes.
The jacket. Yes. Well, it was actually like a button shirt with the bedazzled rose. You know how that Ed Hardy stuff
that's
was?
funny.
I was trying to be low key, but
everybody used to do that before, like wear the wigs. Because my homies used to wear wigs too. Y luego se ponían the sombreros, like the cowboy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, sombreros, the tejanas.
Yeah.
Like, hey, where you going? Oh, we're gonna go for a drive. Hell
yeah.
Dame la tejana or whatever.
Actually, sometimes not. Oh, I kind of kick back off the wigs. So I kicked back off the wigs, but sometimes because the way I look now, like I'm all tatted up, and you know I got the neighborhood in the back of my head, just so I could be low key, especially if I have like my son. If I'm in LA, man, at times I'll put a wig on. Sometimes.
Still?
Not to go gangbang or go do some robberies or get none of that. It's just you know, cause I don't know, like I don't want to get shot up or banged on, and they don't even know if I have my son in the car, you know. So sometimes I'll do that, or I'll just wear a hoodie, or I won't bump music. But yeah, but I remember that time, the wig time. Everybody wore wigs.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, so you got busted for the robbery, right? You just told us how it happened. How long were you fighting this case for?
Man, for a few months, for real, for a few months.
So you were in the county. Was this?
Yeah, I was in the county, and I was actually like going through the whole process of the county. I went to like the old Central. I was in like 2400. I forgot which one. I was downstairs, but and then I went to Wayside too, to Supermax.
This was your first time.
This was
Going
like
to the
my
county
first.
jail.
Yeah, it was my first time, like the whole experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I like the other case, you know, the reject, so I
Yes.
didn't go through it, and then also all the little I got, I'll just get out or bail out. You know what I mean?
Yes. So tell me about this experience. The first, like you know, like your juvenile hall one, your first time walking into the county. You know, you've heard millions of stories. How was your experience? You know, your first time in the county,
Like
especially
American
fighting
Me.
this big case. You know.
Yeah. Man, my experience, first day, man. Well, first they put me at the Twin Towers because of I had the cast on, so they want to first make sure, like, you know, like, oh, everything's good, medical attention. I was there for like 1 day, but it was pretty chill. It was clean. It's cleaner, right? Like Twin Towers is cleaner, and I was by myself in a cell. So my experience with that, like, I was just sleeping in.
Or you had a lot of quiet time to yourself.
Yeah, because I was just there like a day or half of the day. But after that, they took us all the way to the old county jail, and that's when that experience that hit me, honestly, like hit me where it's like, wow, I'm gonna do time, dude, for this. And I'm not even feeling this because when I was there, I was at 2400. I was in a cell with a couple inmates, and it's loud in the county. You know, people just talking shit, clowning. You know, just living life, but it's loud. You know, you see graffiti all over the bunks. So the homies are telling me, hey, just chill, homie. You know, you just got here, like, you know, just relax, sleep in if you want. Like, all right, homie, and I'm like, all right. So I'll be right here in the bunk like this. Like, God.
Yeah, keeping out.
Damn, dude. And it hit me hard because, like, remember, I used to be in flyer parties. I was a tagger. I used to always go out, hang out with girls, have fun with my friends, my homies. So this was like going to be a crazy experience for me, you know?
Like super life
I'm gonna
changer.
fight time, you know what I mean? I'm gonna fight this case, and then later on I find out they're trying to give me a gang of time for that shit. Fuck, more than 17 years. They're trying to hit me hard with that. I believe it's because the attempted murder, all the juvenile shit, and they just try to add it up, make you look bad, even though you're not convicted for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So after you say you were there for a few months, how long, what was your exact sentencing?
I got sentenced 9 years with 85%.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a lawyer and everything, and they weren't, I don't know if my lawyer was whack as because I didn't have money like that, so.
But you had your lawyer though,
I had
right?
a lawyer, and he'll tell me like, hey bro, like you gotta take this, because if not, they go try to shoot you that gang enhancement. Like they want you to do time, like, or they just want to get rid of you. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I'm like, I don't know why too. I'm innocent, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I gotta come with the wig.
like, what the guys? I just like the wig. Nah, but yeah. So yeah, he just told me to take the 9 years. So I just thought about it. He gave me some time to think about it, like the next court date. And I talked to my family, and it was just like, well, you know, like, if you know you did it, I mean, you know.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah.
I was like, and me, before I signed, like, I never, like, was like all sad, like, oh my God, I'm gonna do 9 years. Like, now I was like, okay, like, be a man, like, it is what it is. Like, you know, it sucks, but.
Did you have your family there for you, like your mom, your dad?
I had for visits, for the court dates, I mean. I had my dad, my mom, you know, sometimes my grandma will come through. My baby mama too, my first baby mama, she'll come through and.
Oh, so you had kids young too?
Yeah, well, she was. Yeah, she only had. I had one son with her. Yeah, and yeah, that was even a different experience too. Not being there for him,
Yeah.
fighting the case. But yeah, they're all there till I got my 9 years.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
they're there.
What was the craziest thing you saw in the county, LA County?
The craziest thing I seen in the county, when I was coming from the Twin Towers walking to old county jail, I seen that. Which means that guys that are in baby blue, like the gays or trans, I don't know what.
Why? What was so?
I think
crazy
that was the
about it?
craziest because I never seen that. Like, in Hollywood you see gays, whatever, but I'm always in the hood. I'm always in like flower parties, doing my thing, kicking in the neighborhood. We don't see that a lot. So the crazy shit I seen was like when I was in the county, I just see nothing but like you just pass by the dorm, right, or the whatever it is, the see-through dorm. And you just see nothing but like them, and I'm like, what the hell?
Hey,
like,
when you say that, because I know exactly what you mean.
I seen a lot of crazy. I think that
like,
was a crazy experience.
Like the movies. You know how they have like in the movies you have.
Oh yeah, like
they're wearing the little shirts and they're like.
Yeah, I mean, I had homies that told me outside of a prison and jail, in the streets, right? They'll tell me like, hey, dude, like it's not like that. Like, it's not like the movies, homie. There's no Popeye trying to take your cheese, none of that shit, all right? And I'm like, all right, I'm good, yeah. But
Nobody's gonna ask me for my chon.
No, I don't know, I'm gonna have to shank somebody, dog. You know what I mean? No, but anyway, so when I was walking through and I seen that, I was like, what the, like, oh shit, like I just never asked those questions, like, hey, but where they go, or so.
Yeah, I understand.
I seen them real quick, and then the homies will be like, yeah, fool, hey, you're going over there, fool, and I'll be like, fuck you, we're just counting, talking shit, and you just see fools like, they got the stuff, they're
I get what you're saying. Yes, I get what you're saying.
What I mean? Like,
so that was the craziest thing you saw.
Yeah, that was the craziest thing because, that was my first experience in county, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the first craziest thing I seen.
Yeah, that's intense.
That, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So what was the craziest thing you did?
The craziest thing I did.
In the county.
In the county. I'll just say like this, I'll just keep it real. I'll just say I hoop some shit. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so the craziest thing I did in the county, and I could say my whole prison term, was hooping something. Because, I would never thought I would do that since I was a kid, you know what I mean? And yeah, I had to hoop whatever it was, right? I had to hoop it, and I remember, the homie told, So I had the homie like just told me, hey fool, hey, you do a little paddle, all right, whatever, all right, cool, I got you. And I'm like, what is it? Like, oh, and he hoop this.
And it was your first time.
And I was like, and I don't try to show like, hey, pero like I don't feel comfortable, dog. Like I'm just like, fuck, I'm a homie, like fuck it, shit, I'm gotta do something. I gotta put in work, I guess, whatever.
Of course.
So I get it, and yeah. Questions like I told like a couple of homies like, hey fool, how you do that again, dog? They'll just be like,
they had to tell you how to do it.
Yeah, I'm like, hey fool, I never did this shit in my life, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like I like this fool, no offense. Like I like I don't know how to do this, and then they just told me like, hey dog, like I know you gonna be comfortable, but like you just get this lotion, whatever, and do your thing. You know what I mean? Go in the cut.
Yeah.
So I did, and I was just like, man, dude, that was like fucked up experience. I'm right here like, oh, like. God damn it, it's some bullshit. And yeah, it is what it is. That was the craziest thing I ever did.
That is crazy because I've never even experienced that. I mean.
Yeah, I know. That's a experience.
So you're in the county, you get sentenced. Where did you go? What prison, or how long after did you catch the chain? Is that how they say it, right?
Catching the chain. Yeah. So I got caught the chain, and where I go, I went to Lancaster reception. I don't remember, it's been so long. It was like since 2008, 9. But yeah, it was a Lancaster reception. I remember it was cold as fuck, they gave us jackets. And I think it was like modified program. Like they wouldn't really let you like program out like everybody like we're always on lockdown, So it kind of like, It was like a whatever experience. It was nothing crazy happened. It was just
Adjusting.
yeah, just adjusting. They go let you know how many points you got, or they ask you questions. Are you married? You know what I mean? Where your family live at? So it was pretty basic, you know. But you get to like meet a lot of homies, like homies that are doing live. You start meeting homies that are doing a gang of time like you, and you know. But we're always on lockdown, so it wasn't really. I didn't really experience too much until I went to my first prison. That's when I learned, like, you start seeing.
Which is what?
I ended up going to Centinela, and it was hot. Like later on, it started getting hot out there, right? But you just start like seeing shit, like, you know, you start seeing homies like my age. Like I came in a bus load with homies that are my age. We're all 18, 19 years old, and you start seeing fools like, you know, doing drugs, doing heroin. You start seeing motherfuckers get poked, you know, and then, you know, riots and all kinds of bullshit. So that was like some crazy shit. Like I had to learn, like, hey, this is my life, you know, for the next 8 years, and I gotta get with it, but don't be stupid either. Like, don't, like, I always got a good game from homies, and they told me, like, hey dog, like, you know, just be on your P's and Q's, you know what I mean? Pay attention, don't do drugs, and do your time like a man, fool, and don't be that homie, like, be on your shit. So that was my first prison where I started, like, okay, like.
And that's like the best thing you know somebody could have told you.
Yeah, and it was always a lot of older homies that told me, because they always tell me I got a good head on my shoulder, because I was always like quiet, like when it came to risk, or like, you know, if I had to do a booba, like, yeah, fuck it, like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I'll just be me, like I'll clown around, be dorky, you know, fuck up my, like, one of the homies, like,
Yeah.
he had the pad, I'll be like, what's up, my boy? Yeah. You know, like, I'll just be me, you know, like playing around, you know. And they like that, so they always told me, like, hey, you know, just do straight, you know, don't down, you know, be on your shit. And yeah, I always paid attention. So
you did experience a riot.
Yeah, I experienced a lot of that, you know what I mean? I don't really like to get too detailed, but I experienced like that, and what I learned from that is you can't stay in one spot. You really can't, you know what I mean? Because if you do, you go end up getting ambushed by a gang of like the other side, and get hurt, and there's gonna be homies that, you know what I mean? Not saying it, but they gonna help you out, or sometimes. And yeah, all those experiences, like in a riot or not in a riot, man, I end up doing a lot of like lockdowns too. That's crazy.
What was the longest time you were down?
Lockdown? A year.
A year.
A year straight.
So you did a year lockdown.
And it was out of state, Oklahoma.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah. Because they used to have it was too packed in CDCR. So what they did, they made a contract with the other states, Oklahoma,
yeah,
Mississippi.
I think they were doing that a lot in those years.
So then they sent me out there, Oklahoma, and yeah, we were always on lockdown for that, you know?
So what did you do to pass your time while you were locked down?
On lockdown? Man, well, for that year lockdown,
because that was the longest one, right?
Dude, I would read books. At first, it was like this, like, you know, you have your cellmate, you get to know him more, clown around, exchange stories, girl stories, you know, with girls, you know, just shit in the street. And then after, he's like, all right, that's cool, like, but then I started like reading books here and there, and I started drawing a little bit more too. I got into drawing. And what else? Well, watch TV, work out a lot. Work out for a good minute, like 2 hours out of the day.
Pen pals?
Ah, man, the pen pals, honestly, in the beginning of my term, I didn't really have pen pals, honestly. Like, I didn't have a cell phone, none of that. So I was like, I didn't even know the world or nothing, dude. I was just focusing in prison, you know?
Yeah, you were all about the prison life.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. You know? And yeah, because my son's mom just, you know, moved on, and a lot of people that did try to write me, females, like, I'll have my little brother go on my MySpace, you know, MySpace days.
Yes.
I'll be like, hey, Joseph, hey. And I'll be right there, like, on the collect call, hey, go on my MySpace. You already know my password? Oh, what do you want? Like, man, hit up bitches, man. Fuck, I'm bored. So he'll be like, okay, fuck. And so he'll send me some pen pals, like friends from high school, because I got busted when I was young. So I just knew high school friends, people in the street.
Yeah.
And it sucked because I'll tell them how much time I'm doing and how much time I got left, and they'll cut me off. They'll be like, hey, I got like 6 years left. Hey, I got 7 years left. Cut off. I wouldn't even hear from them after that.
Aw, that sucks.
Nah, that's all good.
Yeah, hey, you're all here now. That's
Yeah,
all that
I'm
matters.
out now.
Yeah.
Don't try to hit me up now. For real, I'm telling you. You want to get tatted? It's all good. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
right?
do that.
You're on full charge.
Yeah.
That's cool. So is that where you did all your prison stay in Centinela, or did you get?
No. I switched. I switched up. I went to Centinela, out of state. What else? Lancaster again. Delano a little bit, just real quick, little Delano. Shit. Oh, I went to Jamestown before it was, when it was good, and I ended up going to fire camp too. Yeah.
Fire camp. What is fire camp?
So fire camp is a program where you work with CAL FIRE and wildland firefighter. Actually, wildland firefighters, they're under CAL FIRE, and what you do, you just fight fires, wildland fires out there, like in the summer when they have big old fires. They send us, and
All inmates.
Yeah, all inmates, and there's a lot of fire camps, and we do all the work. Like all the firefighters, once we're there, man, they're done. We do all the work. So it's a little program, it's good because you learn people skills, you learn how to work hard, and you learn rules, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
A
rules.
little bit of outside
And
world.
inside list, okay, so you're in fire camp. So is it like dorms? Is it like a big dorm with all you guys? Is it
Yeah.
is it different? Like obviously it's a big difference from being in prison.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about the difference between the inside living of fire camp and the inside living of a prison.
Okay, so in prison, I mean, if you're in the higher yards, the 3 or 4 yards, you have a program. You live in a cell with a cellmate. Everything's. If you're on lockdown, you're just stuck in your cell 24/7. Then you got day room, and then you got yard. Everything's just programmed, right? But in fire camp, it's like there's no barbed wires. There's no barbed wires on the fences. There's fences, but they're not fucking super high. They're short. There's weights. There's more freedom. You could walk around. You could go a day room if you want, watch TV. You could go use a microwave, warm up some food. You could get on the payphone whenever you want. It's like pretty much you're free. Like you're actually freedom, yeah. A little bit of freedom than in the cell, right?
No, most definitely, yeah.
Yeah, but it was dope. And then besides the living situation, working too. Like, you got people that live in the higher yards or even the closed, like level 1s, level 2s. They got the kitchen job, porter job. In fire camp, besides fighting fires, if it's not fire season or there's no fires out, they'll have you work like doing community service.
Oh, so you're like living in the world.
Yeah, like hey, you actually go do projects. Like I remember we did a cement work for a school. A playground, like on a park or something. We started doing cement work, and I started learning how to do concrete.
And I'm sure it's big. And even like the people, like the guys are different. I don't mean as in different, but I mean like their behaviors. Like it's not so intense or like so tense, or is it still the same? You get what I mean?
No, it simmered down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I went to Jamestown first, and that's when you learn how to you gotta kick back a little bit, chill. But once you're in the fire camp, it's more laid back. Everybody's just trying to do their time. You still got people that do their thing, party and shit, but everybody's really just doing them.
Just doing good.
Yeah, doing good.
So they can get home.
It does happen. You know what I mean? But that's when the program you got to go back to Jamestown or go back to the cells. You know what I mean?
Did you pick up your program?
Yeah, I did.
Tell us what you did. What did you do?
So I got kicked out of fire camp 3 or 2 times, right? But the last fire camp I got kicked where I got my program off. So in 1 week I got in trouble 3 times, and it was just bad luck, dude. So the first time I got in trouble was I got caught tattooing. Like I'm a tattoo artist in there and out here, but I love tattooing. It was harder to tattoo in fire camp because you're working, fighting fire. So when it will be like a weekend, yeah, I'll tattoo anybody for free. I don't care, because this is what I want to do in my life, right? Yeah. So I'll tattoo, and I gave some fool my phone to keep pointing, like, hey, keep pointing, but be on the phone. That was the worst idea, how does he go keep pointing? He's on the phone. He's right there, probably watching porno.
Yeah.
But he was a good homie though, but he didn't do his job right. So, anyway, so I got caught. got caught with that, and then on my hearing, a couple days later, they added 30 days to my sentence, right? 115. That same day, after I got my hearing, I went back to my bunk, got on the phone to let my people know, hey, I got 30 days. I'm gonna try to get it back. Next thing you know, the same cop that caught me tattooing caught me again with the phone.
Oh.
He walked to me and I'm like, fuck. I literally said that shit loud as fuck. I'm like, and then my son's mom was like, what happened? I got caught again. Get the out the phone. I'm like, all right. I'm like, hold on, man. Yeah, all right, then. I love you. All right, bye. And I'm like, here, and I'm like, come on, man. You can't hook me up, man. I just got caught.
Yeah.
So that was out. And then this last time I got caught up, it was like 2 days later. I got caught. I was outside of the premises. I jumped the fence, tried to do, went to go kick it with, my son's mom. The bush visits.
Damn. So there's a thing there's like a such thing as bush visits.
Yeah.
Tell us what bush visits are.
Yeah, so if you want to risk it all. Like me, I did a lot of time, right? So
you're willing to risk it.
Yeah, so I didn't give up. So when I found out about that I always go to that camp, it's called Pilot Rock, right? But we all call it, even in Jamestown, everybody heard about it, Party Rock. And everybody be like, man, I wish we could go there. It's closer to, it was like around San Bernardino area. So when I got kicked out of my last camp and I was in Chino and they told me I was going to go to Party Rock, I was like, oh.
You're already sitting.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to find out what's going on. The same day, so when I got there, I made everybody didn't have a cell phone. Everybody was at work. So I got on a payphone. I called, my son's mom, like, hey, what's up? No way. I'm like, yeah, I'm in Party Rock. She's like, oh my God. And after that, I'm like, I'll call you later. So I got on a cell phone later. And I just told her, like, hey, I already found out how we could do it. And she was just like, oh my God, you're so close. Why you gonna risk it? I don't give a about none of that.
You're not risking it all
come
for
on,
you.
Dude. Like I've been down around that time. I was already down 6 years already.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna risk it. So a few times I would jump the fence and go kick it with her. Go kick it with her for a little bit, run back. I used to have to run 6 minutes nonstop running, going through the pond, all kinds of some Shawshank the Redemption type of shit. For real, without the thunder and all that.
Yeah. Hey, but you risked it all.
Yeah, dude, I used to go over there, just run and go hang out with her for a little bit because I didn't try to risk it too much. I want to come back. I want to still have the same time.
Yeah.
So I'll come back and, I'll have.
I'm sure they knew, huh?
I mean, everybody knows, yeah. But I mean, me, I always try to figure out the timing. I used to work hard too, so I will be off the radar when they'll come to do count or even just do checkups on the whole camp. They'll see me always drawing, headphones,
he was all slick.
Yeah, this hospital was all slick with it. You know what I mean? And then I'll get drug tested. And, I don't do drugs in prison, right? So. They probably looked at me like, oh, this fool's good.
Yeah. Until you got caught.
Yeah, until I got caught, they're like, oh, so you're that guy. They're thinking I'm the guy doing this now, but really, I was just trying to get some, some fun. That's it.
I get it.
Yeah.
So you got in trouble you got caught coming back.
All right, so I'm in camp, right, and I give a call. I talk to my, my peoples, and I'm like, hey, come through. And then, old girl was saying, nah, come on, man, you already, just kick it. You're almost going home. You got a couple, 2 years or so.
Yeah.
Come on. You know what I mean? I got to, like an addict.
Yeah.
That was my addiction.
You got comfortable already, yeah.
I got comfortable, really, really comfortable, So what I did, I just said, trip is going to be good. And, they had a bad feeling too. So I didn't trust none of that. I just said, let's do it. So I jumped the fence, regular routine. I jumped the fence. I'm running. I'm already almost halfway. I already passed halfway.
Yeah.
And right when I passed the pond and everything. And remember, after 6 minutes, I gotta be running fast. So I'm running. I just hear in the speakers from far away, emergency count. And I just stopped. What the shit? I I run back. Oh, and then an old girl and heard it too, so she just bounced it. So even if I was there, she was already gonna be gone. She got paranoid. She like, hell no, I got kids, man. I gotta get out of here.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, you got time. You do the time. You know, I ain't trying to do time. I got bills. I got kids. So that shit was funny. So that I'm running, I'm like paranoid. Fuck, but I don't got nothing on me. You know what I mean? I'm like, but I just want to like not get caught. So I'm running back, running. Right when I'm about to like, you know, I'm already close to the fence, they tackled me, the cops, dude. They got me, boom. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, oh, where's it at? You know, I'm like, what are you talking about?
You're like,
where's the drugs? Where's this? Where's that? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I went out to smoke a cigarette. They're like, yeah, right. You don't even smoke. Like, they knew everything. Like they really be on your program, you know?
No, they be on your program.
Yeah,
it's their job.
Yeah, so then they just got me. They put me in the office, and they just told me, what are you doing outside of out of bounds? And I just told them, like, dude, look, I'm smoking a cigarette. And they're like, yeah, so
you couldn't even look at me straight.
Yeah, I know, I'm right here like this, like, fool, you don't smoke. That's why I know you're lying. Yeah, and then they're just like, yeah, right. Now, come on, man, let us know. We'll give you, like, you know, we'll let you stay still. I'm like, I'm really telling you, I was smoking a cigarette for real. They're like, all right, you gonna be like that? All right then. So, you know, we let you, you know, how you say it? Let you, you got caught tattooing. We let you stay. You're not even supposed to tattooing, you know. And you got caught with the phone. We still let you stay. And you know, but it's all because I was working hard. You know, I was doing the hard work, right? But they're just trying to manipulate it. Come on, man. And I'm like, look, I was really smoking a cigarette for real. But whatever, do your thing. And they're like, all right, you can get kicked out. So I went back to Chino, then went back to Jamestown and lost my program. Yeah, they put me on C status. C status? C status is like you're in it doesn't matter like if you're in the cell or the dorm, but if you're in the cell and you're on C status, that means you lose everything, like privileges, everything. Like you
can't go to the store.
Yeah, well, I forgot about the store thing. I think your minimum to
certain amount or something,
just hygiene or just a little bit of money wise, and you don't have a CD player no more, no TV, no electronics, no program, no phone. So I was on C status, dude. But when I went to Jamestown and they put me to C status in a dorm, dude, that shit was no C status. That shit was cracking.
Why? What do you mean by that?
Okay, because Jamestown, there's the level 1, level 2. So the level, I always been in the level 1, right, for the program for fire camp. And C status was in the level 2. So you go through the gym and you go to the level 2 yard, right? Dude, it was just like everybody talked about, oh, level 2 is cracking over there. That's
what do you mean by cracking though?
Like, it's like,
party?
It's like dope, but it's like Disneyland, I guess, you know? So my experience, okay, I got so I'm with my homeboy from my hood, right? We're chilling, and he's like, damn, fool, you going to see status? Fuck, my homie Bucky, shout out to Bucky. Yeah, and then that fool, he was like, you going to see status? We're doing so good, you know what I mean? Kicking it, because we haven't seen each other since 2007, you know, and it's already 2016, you know? So he was all butthurt, me too, and I just gave him all my CDs, all my electronics. I'm like, all right, stay up, fellas, I'm gone. Everybody's all butthurt, like, damn, the tattoo artist is leaving. No more female tacos, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm cross fucking the gym with my property. Right when I go to level 2, it's like the jungle. It's like you hear people loud, the dorms, TV blowing up in the day room, and then I go to C status. And I'm thinking like, oh, this is gonna be whack. You know, everybody's having a good time and shit.
Quiet time.
Because you know, and there's no TV, no dorm TV, nothing. So I go in there and one of the homies was like, "What's up, Pedro? Hey, you got your stuff, like your CDs, like you good? They let you keep all here." I'm like, "Oh, are you serious?" I'm like, "Are you for real?" Like, yeah, like don't trip, fool. They'll bring you in a bit. We'll let you know what's up. I'm like, all right. So I go in right when I go in. You know, they're all right, cool. I got my stuff. Then the homie, you have a white boy already like, hey man, you like Pruno? I'm like, hell yeah. And then you got homies like just with the CD players. Like,
yeah, everybody just vibing.
It was just the same shit, but I gave away all my property. You know what I mean? But it wasn't C status.
You didn't know.
Yeah, but I didn't know. But it was just like everybody talked about. Like, it's like you're good in there. For
He wants to go to C status.
Yeah. Let's go to C-stat or let's go to a level 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my first day in C-stat, I was drinking Pruno, talking to the homies. I was already getting my property already back, by by people, and yeah, I think I smoked some weed too that day too. I was like,
You're leaving it up.
The welcoming. Yeah.
So tell me, what was the worst thing you saw at C status?
C status, really nothing really bad happened like that.
Just partying.
Everybody's just doing their time. I mean, maybe the worst thing, maybe just people, just shit you see every day. People, shooting up. People stressed out. Some people having a good time. Like I don't know. No, nothing. It wasn't really. It's just the same. Yeah. So it's not really crazy.
What was the craziest thing you saw at fire camp?
On fire camp, the craziest thing I seen was a live fire, dude. Like live fire. I was we're in the fire line. We're cutting like what we do. We cut all the the dead, like the green. We separate the green with the green and the burn with the burn, right? And the craziest I seen is like the fire was right in front of me, dude. And dude, you feel that hot, and I had to stop and get some air, but there's no.
Do you guys obviously wore the same clothes,
we're all
right?
suited up, everything with the Nomax suit, everything. But you know what? Also, another crazy thing in fire camp was it was just a struggle fighting fires, dude. Like I seen we had the fire's coming up, right? And there's no way to go this way or that way. So what we had to do is climb. Hey, everybody just climb up here. And it's the crazy experience. Yeah, that's probably one of them where we're climbing up and just rocks going down, hitting me, hitting people, getting cut up.
And then you fall in the fire.
Yeah, you could fall. And then, and then that same day, because there was two crews, two different fire camps, were fighting that section, right? So we go up. And I think the camp all the way, they're all the way in the bottom. I think 2 people got burned, like minorly burned, but they got hit with that fire, dude.
Yeah.
But that experience was crazy because it's you're fighting for your life,
literally,
because the fire that's up quick, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're already in prison fighting for your life.
Yeah,
literally.
Literally.
And then you're in prison fighting for your life so that you won't die on the fire.
Yeah, you're in a fire camp and fighting fires, fighting for your life too. Try to. Save the world, but really you gotta save yourself for sure. And
most definitely.
Yeah, but I was bad, having the rocks just falling on you, hitting your shoulders, your face.
Yeah, it's so scary.
Yeah, that shit was scary. I had a lot of experiences, crazy experiences in fire camp like that. But hey, it made me who I am today. While working hard.
That's right.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so you say you got sentenced to 9 years.
9 years, yeah. How
long exactly did you do?
Out of the 9 years, I did, I think 8 years, a couple months.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? This is because it's kind of from 2009 of August or September all the way to 2017 of October. So that's almost the whole 9 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I caught it's from catching time and all that. But yeah, I did.
And what was the craziest thing you saw in your whole CDC time?
Man. Honestly, the craziest thing I seen, and it was the beginning of my term. I was working out, right? I was in the pull-up bars working out, youngster, having someone help me out doing the pull-ups. So I started getting used to doing 1 or 2, right? And the homie will help me. But I remember when I did some pull-ups by myself, maybe 2 or 3, I jumped off. And right when I jumped off, I looked to the side, and some fool started getting stabbed in the neck. Boom, 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 boom.
Dang, that is kind of crazy.
Yeah, dude, that was the craziest experience I seen, in person. I just seen the fool get stuck, and
yeah, and you know what's crazy that you say that right now, because I'm as you're speaking, I'm visualizing everything. So it's you're accomplishing something real big.
Yeah.
Because it's big, you're fucking.
I'm trying to build my strength.
You're accomplishing something, and you did a few by yourself.
Yeah, I'm all happy,
and in the process, you look, and then it's this is your reality,
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
honestly, I'm right here proud of myself. Yeah, man, I'm finally doing these pull-ups by myself. After I jump down, I'm hell yeah. I'm oh, damn,
Yeah.
Yard down, yard down.
Yeah, I was about to say, because you had to throw yourself on the
Yeah,
floor,
that
huh?
I moved away. Like we all move away from wherever the incident's happening. You know what I mean? And it's just I'm just laying in the ground. And me, I'm the type of person where like I won't look away. Like I'm gonna look like just so I could learn. Like hey dog, like this is what you gonna face. Like
Yes.
you could get stuck. You have to maybe stick somebody or like like what happens if you and you don't make it home.
Yes.
So when I seen that, it hit me like, and I was barely like 18, 19 years old, dude, and I tripped out on that shit, just looking at the fool getting stuck, and then, like whatever happened, and just seeing blood coming out of his neck, like, yeah, then, the whole process,
Yeah.
the cops coming and shit, but yeah, that shit gave me a reality check that, damn, dude, you got all this time, you know what I mean? Don't be a either, don't be crying, there ain't no time for crying no more, and, just man up and just follow the rules and mind your own business, you know what I mean? And be a man, you know what I mean? Anybody act stupid with you, try to test you, like, step up,
Yes.
and don't be a dummy either.
And that's exactly what you did. Yeah, that's exactly what you did your whole time.
Yeah.
Was mind your own business, do your
thing. Yeah, my whole time, I just, was me, you know what I mean? In the beginning, just like everybody, stressed out, just like everybody learning.
Yeah.
This is your life for the next 8-9 years. So yeah, I was stressed out. People started passing away, like my grandpa, my aunt passed away back to back, you know what I mean? And my mom's baby daddy got busted too. He 9 years. My uncle got busted doing 9 years too. So everything was just falling apart, dude, So I mean, it was stressful, and then also my son's mom, my first baby mama, like moved on, did her thing. She has her own life. She was young, so everything was just a reality check. Like, damn, dude, like, sucked, like a nightmare. But after a while, what helped me out more was tattooing, drawing, meeting good homies, and just being myself. Don't try to be all hard. Hey, what's on?
Don't try to be a super feeder
what's
man.
cracking? You know what I mean? Level Folgers. Like, nah, dog. Like, I just be me, I clown. Like, just be myself.
Yeah.
Say jokes, or when it's time to be serious, be serious. You know what I mean? Just
follow the program.
Just follow the program. You know what I mean? You want to know the program? To go over there and find out. Straight up.
No, do not go there.
Don't go. For real, don't go.
So, you got out after your long stretch. Around what year you said you got out?
Got out 2017 on October, like around October. Yeah.
Did you have to go to a halfway house? Were you on parole?
No. Luckily, I mean, I had my son's mom I was with at the time, and I ended up living with her, and yeah, I was there. It was cool, you know what I mean? Like, it was a good experience, like learning, having a little home, you know what I mean? And what else? Just being out, you know what I mean? Like, it was a good experience, but the reality though is the society I had to get used to. So I got a job, you know what I mean? And having jobs, like, long story short, having jobs, like, it didn't work well for me in the beginning, because I at that time I didn't know, but the world is not like in prison, like respect the rules, don't get at me like this.
Yeah, jobs, corporate does not care.
Yeah, they don't give about who the fuck you are, where you came from. Like, they really don't. So even with employees, they don't know what's up. Like, I had one guy try to talk to me rude, right? And I just went up to him because I knew, like, okay, like, like, I'm at work. But I was like, damn, fool's getting at me rude. Like, man, what? And I'm like, oh, hell no. I went up to him and I'm just like, hey, what's up, my boy? Hey, don't be talking to me like that. Well, what you gonna do? What's up? I'm like, hey, fool, you know what? Let's go to the restroom real quick. I need that. Like, come on. Like, I know there's cameras and shit. Like, you know what I mean? I need the money.
You're always going to the bathroom.
But I need that. You can't blame it on me,
Yeah.
So I just told him, hey, let's go to the restroom, man. Like, for real, dog. And he would just be like, what? Like, nah, you think I am? Like, he don't know what that man wears when let's get down on me.
Yeah.
And I just went like, man, you're a fool, like, straight up. And then in prison, when you say, hey, you're a you know what I mean? Hey, you better flight that fool. Who gives a repercussions after, like, or the consequences? Just flight that fool, dog, because that's your man shit, And I called him, man, you're a fool, straight up. And that fool called me. I flighted that fool, bam, right away. Like,
especially you being still fresh out.
Yeah, I was like probably like a couple months, So I flighted him right away, and then he just like, hey, what the,
Yeah.
And then he just bitched up, broke it down and everything, and Yeah, dude. So I was just already like, man, like, well, fool, let's go restroom, man. Quit being, what's up? Don't ever call me that. I was just tripping, dude.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. You
and then
probably.
after work, I believe after work, I went and waited for him in the block away.
Oh, you were
Like,
over
I was
it.
already tripping. Like I was already like the mentality. Oh, I forgot me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that fool broke it down. Everything was good after that. You know, I got my little like ones and twos, whatever. But yeah, that right there. But one thing I learned about society, like you can't do that. You know what I mean? You really can't, cause you lose a lot of opportunities and people
Most
want.
definitely.
You know, I was working at a job for like they do underground communications, like for like Spectrum and stuff like that. Like it was a good job, and it could have gave me more money later on in the future, like $30 or $40 an hour. And that shit off by fighting again, dude, fighting, and you know I just lost an opportunity, lost money, lost knowledge, you know, all because some fool got me mad, you know, when I could have just been like, whatever, you're anyway, you know.
Yeah, like what you would probably do now.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been out for a while.
Yeah. No, now. Well, I learned. I had to go through all that. You know what I mean? And even one of my bosses told me too. One of my old bosses, like he'll just tell me like, hey, look, bro, like I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like you got out of prison, right? Since you're a kid, right? And I kept it real. Like, yeah, and all right. So I'm gonna let you know you don't know nothing right now. They didn't teach you all this, but you got an opportunity. Anybody trying to get you mad or you ain't trying to help you or work with you because how you look, how I was all tatted up, bald headed, and you know I got a felony, you know I got a record.
What you say?
A lot of the paisas didn't want to help me or you know what I mean. They weren't me, but he'll tell me like just play it off, man. Like you look the other way, like you know just be cool and just learn whatever you can grasp. Just pick up on it and just try. It's gonna take time, but don't be fighting, don't be doing. And man, I just couldn't take it. I fought again, lost the opportunity. And
so basically, all the jobs you just got,
in the beginning,
you would always fight.
Yeah, until my last job. I was a construction worker for cement work, and also would like dismantle like all the wood once the concrete's dried. I worked that job. I was cool. Like I was like, all right, I'm not gonna do shit no more. If some fool act stupid, I'm just gonna wait outside, and you know my boss was cool. He had a brother. Well, he has a brother that's doing life, so he knew what's up.
He understood a little bit, yeah.
Me, but he always told me like, "Hey, just don't do it at work,
Yeah,
all right?"
don't do it at
and
work.
I'll be right there. All right, don't trip. He'll even tell me like, "Hey, what happened with this guy, man?" And I'll go up to some guy outside of work, and he'll be like, "Hey, what happened, man? I heard you have problems with this guy," and I'm like, I have no problems with nobody in the job. And then he'll be like,
in the job.
yeah, you're right, huh? I know. Yeah, I heard it was outside, so you're good.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, we're straight.
So let me ask you, what was the hardest thing for you to adjust? Because 9 years is a long time. Like, you know, what was the hardest thing for you to adjust once you got home? Or you were out, I should say.
Just myself, I don't know, just life in general, you know what I mean? Like, just everything like we're talking about. I had to adjust a lot of things. I had to get used to just work. I had to get used to not spitting in the toilet, brushing my teeth. Not wearing.
That's a good one. That's what I mean. You know, like I would go in with my shower shoes.
I used to do it too. I used to like shower with the shower shoes. I used to sitting down facing the toilet.
Oh no!
I used to do all them mañas. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I remember I used to tell my son's mom, like, well, I'll be brushing my teeth on the toilet, and she'd be like, what you doing? And I'm like, dude, I mean the sink, like I don't want to spit in the sink. You're not gonna make a soap on the sink. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right, huh? And then I'll always have my shoes on, and then she'll be like, get comfortable. You just gotta wear. I'm like, I gotta be suited and booted.
Let your feet.
Yeah, like I still have them on right now. No, I'm like, you're supposed to have them on. Yeah, that and to this day, the things I do still is I still wash my boxers and socks.
In the shower.
In the shower, I use Zote and I hang them. Like I still do that.
It's what you do.
I don't know. I still like that. Brush my teeth. Sometimes I spit in toys. Sometimes, or even when I'm using the restroom, I'll flush a lot of times. You know, courtesy flush. I'm the only one living in my pad. Like I be just tripping. Like I did a lot of times, so sometimes that go away.
No, it doesn't, and that's why I asked that. Like, you know, what was like the hardest thing to let go of, or just to adjust? Where are you at now with your life?
So I did that, and so like I said, I had to get used to work, And besides work, not getting too into it, none of that, but also like my household, it was hard to adjust, you know what I mean? And, you know, it didn't work out right after a while. And I had fortunately, I had for myself, you know what I mean? Because who I was angry, it's still institutionalized. I ended up leaving the pad and I ended up living in the car for a few months, you know? Yeah, dude. Yeah, so, yeah, and then that was a crazy experience for me, and it made me realize a lot of things. Like, it made me realize what was back then stood back then with my family, with some friends, you know? And I had to just do it on my own. Like, I wouldn't really ask people for help too much, but I just like would trip out. Like, some of my family won't let me live with them. You know what I mean? They wouldn't like they'll tell me like, hey, if you want a shower or whatever, but they wouldn't actually like, hey. You know.
And you didn't use drugs, huh?
No, like, well, at that time, I'll be straight up honest with you. At that time, I didn't use drugs. I didn't really drink. Like, I drink here and there. I didn't.
'Cause that's like rough to be going through, especially if you're not even like using drugs, to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's hard.
Yeah, at that time, it was okay. Like, I'll be straight up with you. I'm not gonna sound all sad. That was like the best time of my life.
Hell no.
Honestly. like for real. I mean, but it was sad at point because of what I realized with family. Like, you know, damn, nobody lets me live with them. Like what the f is weird. Like, I'm working as a construction worker and I'm tattooing on the side. I was an apprentice at a shop, and they'll let me tattoo only my clients. So I'll trip out like, damn, how come my family don't let me live with them? Like the garage, the doghouse, you know what I mean? Like, leave my property there. But it was all good, you know. I'm not even mad at them. Like, I still got love for all of them, you know what I mean? And then shout out to some of my homies from my neighborhood. Like, they'll tell me like, hey, you want to sleep in the spot right here? Hey, you need strap. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we heard you living in the car. Like, shout out to all the homies that, like, you know, show love. Even the shop I used to be at, Ink Society, you know, my boss Manny, you know, that fool would let me live in and like sleep over in the shop, you know what I mean? Some days, but some days it'll be too loud as fuck. I can't sleep there. So, but the way I did it, I mean, living in the car, I had a program already, just like prison, you know what I mean? I had a cell on wheels, literally, like straight up. So what I'll do, I'll go to work early in the morning, right? I have to be at work like at 5:30 in the morning. So I'll literally call my boss the day before and be like, hey, where we gonna work at? You know, and he knew my situation, like everything went bad for me, you know? And he was like, oh, we're working at Corona. I'm like, oh, is that same spot? All right, cool. I used to sleep next to the spot, and when I'll wake up, I'm already there. So I'll wake up, get my water bottle, brush my teeth, put Axe, and, you know, just like nothing, put my work clothes and go work right there, like the next block, you know? And after work, what I'll do, I'll go to gym, work out, and that's where I'll shower. So I'll go shower, shave my head. I bought clothes. I bought like just AAA shirts, or I think they're called AAA no more. But yeah, I'll buy like plain t-shirts, shorts, 2 hats, 2 shoes. Like, I'll get by with that. It's just like prison.
Yeah,
I had a box just like prison.
I understand.
I had a clothesline in the back of the truck, like on the seats, where I hang all my boxes and
that you
chonies.
wash in the shower.
Yeah, I'll do everything. So it was cool, you know what I mean? But it'll suck after a while because, you know, you want to be in the bed, sleep comfortable.
Yeah, you want to
feel
like a normal human.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't tripping because I'm freedom, you know, like it's better than prison. But then again, you start realizing like, damn, like I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel like a person, like live in a room, like. So I'll get a motel every once in a while, every 2 weeks or so, and go like kick it for a day or two. And yeah, it was a trip, man. But then for my son, you know, I had to switch it up, and I ended up living with roommates. And to this day, now I got my own pad, like, you know, my own. I rent out an apartment. I got my own car. I'm a licensed tattoo artist. What else? You know, I do the background on some videos, movies, music videos, a couple podcasts already, you know what I mean? And it's just been going good, you know? Like, you know, been already in a tattoo convention.
Good for you. Yeah. Well, you already went through the whole blues.
Yeah, man.
So, you know, God is good.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So it all worked out, man. I don't regret none of it, you know? The time, my mom will tell me this when I was in prison, doing the 8-9 years. She used to, when she seen me for, and She didn't see me for like 5 years, dude, or 4 years. And she see me looking different now, all tatted up, healthy, you know.
Yeah.
And she's moms, you know what I mean? She's like, hey man, do you regret it? Like, you know how moms are. You regretting me? Oh, you can't see your son. You're in here. You wasted all your primes. And I go like this, like, you know what? I don't regret it. And she'll be like, well, why? That's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, because it made me who I am today. Like, I ain't no snitch. I'm working out. I'm looking good.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm a tattoo artist in prison. And now, since I'm out, like, damn, I still don't regret anything I did. You know what I mean? Just be myself and just enjoy life.
That's right.
You know, YOLO.
Well, good for you.
For real, hell yeah.
Good for you. Is there anything else you would like to share?
Shit, man, that's pretty much about it, about my story. You know, I just want to thank everybody, you know, family, friends, homies from the hood, like just anything that was positive or even negative. Like, it all made me who I am today, you know. Shout out to everybody who like busted, and just a message to everybody that's busted, just and that's going home. You just don't give up, man. You know, just be strong.
Don't give up.
And you know, just go through the punches and keep it pushing. You know, because I could have easily been that guy, like just get drugged out or just give up and go to the hood and tattoo all this. You know what I mean? But nah, I couldn't do that. Like, you know, I have another son. Like, I can't miss out his life too. You know, so I just encourage everybody just be strong, you know what I mean? Don't give up, that's it.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell Indicted where they could reach you? They want to get tattoos?
Yeah, you can reach me at Luxx Tattoos on Instagram, LUXX_TATTOOS_, and also on TikTok and Snap. If you want to purchase some Luxx Tattoo shirts, some merchandise I got, shirts, long sleeve girls, crop top sweaters, just DM me on Instagram for show. And if you want to get tattooed, I'm located in Montclair, Killer Tattoos.
Yes. Thank you for watching Indicted. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram.